Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Briarcliff High School for a special ceremony today for our boys varsity soccer team. It is Senior Day. As we call each senior forward, I do have a few words from our coaches about each senior. Let's meet our varsity boys soccer senior class. First up, Ethan Anisman. Ethan has been a stalwart and a mainstay in the Briarcliff program since his freshman year. To say he's come a long way would be an understatement, especially because he started his career as a goalkeeper. As a result of his hard work, dedication, and leadership, Ethan has become one of the most dependable and reliable center backs we have had the pleasure of coaching. Whether it's winning a 50-50 ball, clearing a shot off the goal line, or scoring a goal of his own, Ethan has become one of our strongest and versatile players in so many different ways. The intangibles he brings are critical to our success, and we are thrilled for all he has accomplished. Ethan Anisman. Next senior was Amir Adzer. Amir was a surprise addition to the team, returning to us after a one-year hiatus. The energy and enthusiasm and support that he brings is second to none. Whether it's his motivation to score goals in practice or keep the positivity going during games, his voice is always heard in the best of ways. We are so glad that he decided to return for his senior season, and the year would not be the same without him. Amir Adzer. Next up, Dan Chiacola. Similar to Amir, Dan was another surprise addition to our roster after taking a year to focus on his track career. The speed that he brings to the track and field program was instantly evident in our first few training sessions. Combining this speed with his work rate and desire to get the ball back for us has turned him into a quality player. He consistently makes a difference on the field, and we can't wait to see what he can do in a playoff atmosphere. Mr. Dan Chiacola. Next senior, Jared Epstein. Over his 3-year varsity career, Jared has shown exponential growth, both as a player and a young man. For the past 2 seasons, he's been a multifaceted outside back that can defend and get into the attack. When exuding confidence, he is one of our most fearless players and a tremendous asset. Just with his improvement on the field, Jared also developed into a role model for our younger players. His maturity has been his guiding force this season, and it's no secret that this is the reason for his success thus far. We know there's even more success ahead, and we look forward to seeing it on the biggest stage. Mr. Jared Epstein. Next up, Nate Laddick. Nate has, and always will be, the consummate teammate. While he's quiet in nature, his actions and the way he carries himself speak volumes. Whether it's his effort in training sessions, competitive drive to outwork his opponents, or holding his teammates accountable, Nate's personal character is always on full display. Humility is a trait that is often overlooked by many, but Nate is someone that is the true embodiment of the word. It is all this combined that make him one of the most valuable players on our team. Next, Nathaniel Rohde. Nathaniel exploded onto the varsity scene during his sophomore season, establishing himself as a consistent goal scorer. Unfortunately sidelined by injury for much of last year, he returned for his senior campaign more motivated than ever. His speed and skill always provide the potential for an explosive or game-changing play. Even though he made a name for himself scoring goals, his corner and free kicks have helped him become a more well-rounded player by adding assists to his repertoire. Through his play on the field, he leaves behind an impressive legacy here at Briarcliff. Mr. Nathaniel Rohde. Next, Sebastian Rohde. Badge has proudly become one of the hardest working midfielders to come through the Briarcliff program. Even though he spent most of his career as an outside midfielder, he came into this season knowing he wanted to control the middle. Sebastian has successfully been able to do this and then some. Much like Nathaniel, his speed and skill are game-changing traits, and there are few players that are able to win the ball back and cover as much ground as effectively as he does. While he may not say much out loud, his lead by example mentality has made him an instrumental aspect of our success. Mr. Sebastian Rohde. Next up, Eli Snyder. Ever since the beginning of his career, Eli has consistently displayed an upward trend of growth. In being the voice of our team, he has become one of our finest leaders both on and off the field. His defensive mentality has helped to anchor our midfield for the past 2 seasons, but it is his positivity that will be irreplaceable. Whether it is refocusing us after a goal, speaking to the team at halftime, or organizing players during training, his positivity is a driving force that has helped guide us through the ups and downs of the season. Eli has certainly left his mark on the Briarcliff program, and he leaves big shoes to fill by our future players. Mr. Eli Snyder. Next up, Will Southern. Will has been a critical member of our varsity program for the past 2 seasons. There are a few players that can take more pride in their defensive approach to the midfield position than him. It shows in his work rate along with his never give up attitude. Additionally, Will's high soccer IQ has been instrumental in making plays both on and off the field. Whether it's helping individual players or adding to a game plan, his leadership role as a player coach has been invaluable. The passion he has for the game supersedes all the hardships thrown at him, and we are incredibly proud of his distinguished career. Mr. Will Southern. Last but not least, Mr. Matty Suarez. During Matty's 3 years on varsity, Matty has established himself as one of our most consistent and prominent defenders. His most substantial growth as a player occurred between his sophomore and junior seasons. To say that the turnaround was drastic would be an understatement. The amount of effort he has put into being the player he is today has been significant. While seemingly very relaxed, his competitive spirit rivals that of anyone, and it shows every time he steps on the field. We could not be prouder of who Matty has become and know that he is destined for future success. Mr. Matty Suarez.
Touches of memories and days get unstrung. There is something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time